Part 5 is here. We got the AFC West coming at you real quick. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday, 1 week before football. Cannot freaking wait. But if you have not seen the first 4 parts on Friday and Saturday, with the AFC East, NFC East, and all that, check those out after this video because there was some pretty good takes on there. I'm not going to lie. But you already know what we're talking about. AFC West, 1 through 4, 4 being the bottom, number 1 being the best. Let's get into it. As my number 4 team, I got the Denver Broncos. And I am sorry, Broncos fans. I know you guys are on high on Bo Nix, and I think he is going to be a good little quarterback. But as a team, I just don't know, man. I mean, even though they got Williams as a running back, they still got Courtland Sutton and Greg as the tight end. But other than that, they got a whole bunch of mediocre players. At least in my opinion, their old line is mediocre. They lost Justin Simmons. They lost Jerry Jeudy, which that wasn't technically a big blow. But as in just for this division, the teams ahead of them, I think they're just better as an overall team. So I got the Broncos as number 4 team. I got them between 4 to 6 wins, something like that. And I could be completely wrong too. So that's what I love about the predictions, because we all could be completely wrong with these picks. But Broncos number 4. My number 3 team is the Las Vegas Raiders. Now I will say, Broncos fans, they're only like 1 game better than you, so just feel a little bit better than that at least. So you guys are kind of fighting for that number 3 spot. But anyways, with the Las Vegas Raiders, they just announced not too long ago that Gardner Minshew is their starting quarterback, and I think that he's been all over the place for a reason. He's good, but he's not that good. And their running backs, they lost Josh Jacobs. They got Devontae. They still got Jacoby Myers as the wide receivers. But, other than that, their offensive line is not that good. They did draft Brock Bowers, which I thought was a good little piece. So they got some weapons there. But other than that, their defense, they got Christian Wilkins and Max Crosby. And that's about it, if I had to be honest, But those 2 players on the defensive line is definitely very, very scary. But other than that, they got a lot of average to below average players, with all due respect. But I think they're between a 6 to 7 win, 6 to 8 win team. Like I said, nothing too much better than the Broncos. So they're both kind of fighting for that 3rd spot. I just don't like the Raiders and their offensive line and some of their defensive secondary, at least in my opinion. So the Raiders, number 3. My number 2 team is the Los Angeles Chargers. Of course, Chiefs being number 1. But the reason why I got the Chargers number 2, basically you have the Raiders and the Broncos, is I just like their defense just a little bit better. The offense definitely has some questions with the wide receiver room. Well, I think with Quentin Johnson's number 1 wide receiver, that's a big freaking blow. They lost Austin Eckler. Of course, they've got Justin Herbert, and they actually do have an above average O-line. I love the Joe Alt pick for sure. But other than that, technically they did kind of downgrade last year. It's just, I really don't like the wide receiver room. I have to be honest. I really don't. But overall, as a team, I just think they're better than the Raiders and the Broncos combined as an overall unit. I do like Harbaugh as a coach for sure. I think that's a significant upgrade in just coaching right there. So that's going to give you at least a couple extra wins right there for sure. I got them between 8 to 10 wins, fighting for a wild card spot for sure. But we all know the Chiefs are number 1. I mean, the Chiefs are going to be number 1 in everyone's power rankings, everyone's division winners, until they are proven otherwise. They're 2-time Super Bowl winning champions. 2 Super Bowl winners in a row. They're for a reason, even though their roster is not looking great. I mean, they wide receivers, Rashee Rice is in trouble. They don't have MVS anymore. The wide receiver room is looking a little shaky. Hollywood Brown, I think, is out for at least the first month of the season. So Isaiah Pacheco is definitely their top freaking star on that offense. Travis Kelce still, of course, is really good. Their O-line still amazing. Their defense, they did lose to Jerry Sneed, but again, Patrick Mahomes make everything work for a reason. They won 3 Super Bowls with him for a freaking reason. This team is just stacked. It is what it is. And like I said, no one, if anyone puts them as number 2, number 3, number 4 and division winners, they're just a salty Chargers, Raiders, or freaking Broncos fans. I have to be honest there. But that wraps up this video. I know it's a little bit quicker than the other ones, but there wasn't too much to really talk about because it's pretty simple, simple from 1 through 4. But if you do like it, hit that like button, comment down below your biggest reaction. Let me know if you think the Chiefs will not win it. But I'm out of here. Deuces.